because there is just so much positive that's going on, but it's just not out there. So one of the things that we would like everyone in this room to do is to consider taking that tour so that they too can become first-hand witnesses to what South Shore has to offer, not just in the past, but what we have to offer today.
That's excellent. That's excellent because we have to educate ourselves because we too are victims of the media, constantly informing us of something that then we tend to believe when we're speaking out of our doors to see if it's okay to believe. And so that's a great idea. Now, Theaster Gates, who I understand owns property like around Stone, and who is, a big proponent of what is here in our community. That's a person, as we continue to talk, let's also think about additional people we can add in who have name recognition. He's associated with Hyde Park and University of Chicago. But if we can bring names in like that are part of our community as we talk about it, that also might help. Thank you.
There are, Mary Stevenson, there are other well-known artists also in South Shore. And I would love to be able to make a presentation of some kind that highlights the culture that exists. South Shore has its own opera company. It's the only community in Chicago with its own opera company.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes.
Shirley Beasley. I think we have great transportation over here. Really do.
That's a good point. Yes.
I'm Sandra Roberts, and I lived in Chatham for about 10 years, and I left Chatham to come to South Shore because I love it. We can walk to the lake. However, sometimes 71st Street can be a bit of an eyesore. I notice when I go to Hyde Park, when there's a vacant building or an establishment, they put these really nice posters and people say they're having coffee. And I'm noticing, right, it's not the media. I look out, I walk right outside my house, and I can see the boarded up buildings or, so it looks really bad. I wonder, how do they get that done? Have you guys seen those really nice?
It
looks really
good.
good.
That's kind of our issue right now is that the chamber works really, really hard, but we don't have the funding to do that. So that might be something that we help with volunteer-wise. Most of those are being paid by the Catholic interests themselves, paying those up.
And sometimes there's and you're right, sometimes there's an owner of the building that you simply need to go past and say, we noticed the board, and we have an art class from South Shore.
And
Take
the
the board.
SSA, there is the SSA in South Shore, and that can certainly be one of the recommendations that this committee would like to put that forth to them, so as they go through their budget for next year, to have those window wraps to help with business retention and business growth. It does make it more aesthetically pleasing to court new businesses to come into the community.
So SSA, tell us what that
In the
is.
special service area, I'm sorry, it's special service area number 49 is the SSA for South Shore. It's been in existence for about 2.5 years. It's designed to provide private security, beautification, snow removal, things along your business corridor that are designed, again, to make those areas more attractive to growth, to consumer, to commerce, all of that. And so this particular SSA is actually represented by this building, the South Shore Chamber. So again, it's very important that as community members, we share with them ideas and recommendations that we have.
Excellent.
There are actually two SSAs. There's also SSA number 42. So this community is represented by two, which are both funded, and they are run by the chamber as well. Both of them are.
And they're funded
I'll
by
put some up there, because what Tiana was talking about is 42 is where 71st Street is kind of jagged, but generally 42 is 71st Street, 49 is represented 75th and 79th Street. So those three major corridors, and then everything in between. And I'll
And
upload those
exchange.
maps to the site of the committee.
And cite a map of South Shore.
Okay.
That would be a great idea, which is what I meant to have up here today, because I'm not sure what the boundaries are. Are you?
Yes.
A map of South Shore and maybe divided up by which is which ward, which is which SSA,
Yes.
where the funding comes from for each block.
Yes. And then I think that eventually we could break up into committees that deal with those particular areas, so we have a lot of communication coming from all these different areas, and everybody feels represented. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Kelly Corley, and just in partnering with the SSA, I think it would be very important for us to also get the schools involved, just because we have a lot of young people here, and sometimes you can put up beautiful things, but if we're not educating our youth on what to do with these beautiful things, not to defy it or things like that, getting them a part of it so that they have ownership in it to, kind of prevent it being messed up or vandalized and things like that. So I'm an administrator at one of the elementary schools in South Shore, and we're a fine arts school. So, a project like that would be amazing for our school. We would take it on and things like that. So I think it would be important to also get our schools that are in our neighborhood involved too.
What school are you at?
South Shore Fine Arts Academy.
Where is that?
It's 70th Street East, 70th Street, 1415 by
one
by
question over
Dorchester.
here and there. Yes.
Hi, I'm Edie Moore, I'm with the South Shore Cultural Center Advisory Council. One of the things that is a perception, and, well, I guess it's true, is that there aren't very many places to dine out in South Shore. How can we get, not necessarily the larger chains like Chipotle or something like that, but some of the smaller smaller things to come as well. I mean, someplace where you could just go get a hamburger or a piece of fish. That's what I'm always trying to look for, some fish. But that would go really well, is to brighten up South Shore and have it be a place to go,
Yes.
something to go to.
I just got word that we can go to 3 o'clock too, so I'm not take a breath. But to that point, since you're at South Shore Cultural Center, I know that the restaurant over there, Parent Cage,
Yes, right.
this summer had $6 lunches that included
Right.
dessert and appetizer.
Yes.
That was fantastic. How
And
can we?
also give me some sugar on
Yes.
70.
Give me some sugar.
Some sugar?
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
the world's best potato chip cookies.
Yes.
Although Lenore just said to me, would you please talk about something else I do other things.
All right, now give me some sugar.
On 71st Street,
71st and what?
Crandon.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, she now has a cafe.
Okay.
Sarah's Cafe.
And Parent Cage is open.
The Parrot Cage is open.
Thursday to Sunday.
Yes, it's not open on Wednesday.
Sarah's Cafe is on Exchange.
And the reason being is because he thinks that the neighborhood is not, actively coming in.
Right.
And I said, well, we need to talk about that because most people in this area don't even know about the Parrot Cage being there or when they're open.
Okay.
And actually, the Chamber of Commerce has the Parrot Cage listed as a theater, is that?
Right.
Yeah.
This was a
It's
theater?
a mirror on that page.
Okay, we'll have to hear.
Okay.
Okay, Jeanette.
Yeah, I'm Jeanette Foreman, and I'm back into the arena of what some of the negatives are that actually could be and should be foundations that are laid for the positive. This area has an income that is totally misperceived by I mean, that's a foundation that has to be corrected, and that can be done by getting the Nielsen people in here to show the income level. It is what it is. I mean, they have made the case that there's 32 trillion in the African American community that is leaking, as you say, out. So if what we're doing is trying to attract people here that want to establish businesses, they've got to be convinced that there is an economic base. So I think that getting Nielsen to do things along those lines, getting the kinds of research that can demonstrate that profoundly would be a really important thing to do as a foundation.
Great. Yes.
My name is Stephanie Roddy, and I own a couple of businesses in the South Shore area. I think what we really need to focus also on is there's not enough information given that people know. There's not enough know of the South Shore area, what's going on in the South Shore area. I'm relatively new to what's going on, and I find that half the people I speak to, they don't know about this meeting. They don't know about the things that are happening, like the opening of the Route 41, the new site. It was a handful of people there, and it was a beautiful dedication. The mayor was there, the governor was there. Then they took us down, farther down the new Lakeshore Drive, and they had a pumpkin patch for the kids. It was all free. Nobody was there to attend. And that's because we don't know anything that's going on in the South Shore area, and the people we need to find a way to get the people to know what's going on so that they can get involved in the things that's happening and show that we care. I mean, the mayor is there and the governor is there, there's only a handful of us there, you know, and this is a big dedication to our community.
Sometimes I wonder if that's by design, that, we hear things at the last minute. Dominic's closes during the Christmas vacation. We get the news of unemployment being cut. Some of this stuff is done by design. So one of the things we're missing is a communications vehicle.
Yes.
Now, there used to be the South Shore Scene, and I understand there's another South Shore paper. Now, does anybody know of one?
Actually, one of the owners of that is here, but she's in the other meeting.
Is it the owner, is the South Shore Scene still around?
I can go pull Valencia.
Okay, well, we just want to know, we need that paper and we need to claim it. And we need, now we're talking about tactics, but those are a couple of things. We need a spot on the radio so that people can tune in. And we need to be using social media.